Making our headlines this Monday, September 22nd. Several key environmental matters discussed at the National Conservation Council meeting. Early childhood care and education professionals are reminded to register for the health and safety training and certification, and highlights from this weekend's CUC Primary Football League. Good evening and welcome to CIGtv News, your official source for the latest and most accurate government information. I'm April Cummings. On September 17th, the newly formed National Conservation Council held its first meeting where several key matters were discussed. Department of Environment Director Gina Ebanks-Petrie provided an update from the Environmental Assessment Board, a subcommittee of the National Conservation Council, on the finalization of the Environmental Impact Assessment of the East-West Arterial Roads Project. Director Ebanks-Petrie noted the following.
Despite the EIA showing that there would be minimal benefits in terms of saved time for people, the road is not a panacea for the island's traffic problems. That is very clear from the assessment that was done on the NRA's own traffic data. And that we really do need to get serious about, having some kind of national agreed target or scenario for population growth against which we can plan for major infrastructure like roads.
Another key highlight of the meeting was the note by NCC Chair Dr. Ian Kirkham that sections of the National Conservation Act pertaining to the management of the Environmental Protection Fund were never approved by Cabinet and brought into force.
The impetus here is that we would like Cabinet to basically agree with us that the EPF be used for protected areas, not for other budgetary operational matters, which has happened in the past. And so we want to preempt that from happening again.
Department of Environment Deputy Director Timothy Austin updated the Council on the recently confirmed reports of stony coral tissue loss disease in Little Cayman.
And the department is doing everything we can to work with the diving communities to try to slow the spread of this disease and to prevent it from getting to Cayman Brac. We plan to have a meeting with the diving community this Friday. We've also shipped some disinfectant gear to the sister islands, and we'll be having, we're encouraging all the divers that frequent the sister islands to please disinfect the gear. This really is probably the most likely method with which it can get transported around the islands and indeed to the sister islands.
You can watch the National Conservation Council meeting on our CIG YouTube channel. In other news, early childhood care and education staff and operators are reminded to register for the health and safety training and certification, which will become mandatory starting October 1st. The Department of Environmental Health is requiring all ECCE daycare professionals have the essential knowledge and skill to maintain safe, healthy, and supportive environments for young children. It will also contribute to safeguarding the health and protection of staff in these facilities. The first in a series of training sessions is scheduled for October 20th. Each session is limited to 40 spots, which means interested persons must register as soon as possible by contacting the DEH Grand Cayman office at 949-6696 or email dehcustomerservice@gov.ky. A registration fee of $15 per person should be paid at the DEH Grand Cayman office from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and a copy of the receipt submitted to the DEH office. The fee will cover all training materials. The certification lasts 3 years, meaning ECCE professionals will need to renew it once it expires in order to maintain their credentials. For additional information, contact the DEH Grand Cayman office. Again, that number is 949-6696. Email dehcustomerservice@gov.ky or visit the DEH website at gov.ky/DEH. Now for today's sports. There was lots of football action over the weekend for the 2025 Caribbean Utilities Company Primary Football League and Girls Primary Football League. In Group A, St. Ignatius Catholic's boys set the tone for the season with two big wins over the Cayman International School white teams. Catholic's under-9 boys won their game 3-0, and the under-11s won 4-0. While in Group A under-9 games, Sir John A. Cumber Primary 9A drew with Cayman Prep 9B 0-0, and Island Primary 9A got past Joanna Clark Primary 5-1. In the Girls Primary Football League division in Group A, Cayman International School and defending champions St. Ignatius Catholic settled for a 1-1 draw, and Sir John A. Cumber Primary defeated Cayman Prep GB 4-0 respect rule. In Group B, Cayman Prep were awarded a win over Red Bay Primary 4-0, and Northeast Schools beat Island Primary 2-0. For more details on all the games, visit caymanyouthfootball.ky. You can find the full schedules, scores, and standings. Time now for our weather forecast. Light winds and smooth seas will prevail across the Cayman area through the next few days, in association with a slack pressure gradient over the northwest Caribbean. Tonight we can expect mainly clear skies, 30% chance of showers, and the possibility of thunder. The National Hurricane Center continues to issue advisories on Hurricane Gabrielle, located over the western Atlantic Ocean. The system is expected to continue moving northward over the Atlantic and poses no immediate threat to the Cayman Islands. For more information on the system, visit nhc.noaa.gov. For local weather updates, be sure to visit the Cayman Islands National Weather Service website, weather.gov.ky, and follow their Facebook page for the most reliable coverage. If you're watching us on the CIG YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed with the facts straight from the source. That's all for today's news brief. I'm April Cummings. From all of us here at CIGtv, have a great evening.